Hi everyone. Welcome to Gloria Horn Sewing Studio. My name's Steve, and it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday afternoon here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're already 3 days into March. Can you believe it already? March 2026, March 3rd, 2026, and winter I feel like is a little bit behind us, right? The rain is coming down here in Pittsburgh. Um, I see people from all over. I know Judy's from Pittsburgh, Patty's from Arkansas, Tammy from Wisconsin, Mel was from Georgia. Yes, from wet Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's a dreary day here. But you know what? We like dreary days. Sunshine is the kiss of death for our store because when it's nice and sunny outside, you guys don't come in and shop because it's too nice out. So we like rainy days. So they work to our advantage because you can stay inside and sew, right? And then when the days are like, when they're cold and rainy and stuff, you don't want to go outside. You just want to stay inside. So it's a nice day to stay inside and sew. So on Tuesday afternoons, we work on Berninas, yes. So I have the Bernina 990 back here behind me. It's a beautiful machine. Can you buy this shirt? Not this one, but maybe maybe another one. Yeah. We'll be able to see. I think we have a lot of Bernina stuff, like Bernina logo stuff. So we'll try to see if we can get that in. But yeah, I got this shirt a year ago when Gloria and I went out for training in Chicago for Bernina training. So it was great. And I came in. So we had one day of class, and that first day of class, you know what they did? Is they sat us in front of this machine and we weren't allowed to touch it. Weren't allowed to touch it? What do you mean? So we had to sit there the whole day and we weren't allowed to sew. That's not my kind of class. I like to sew right from the beginning. Let us sew right from the beginning. And that's so I came in the next day and I had like a Bernina shirt on. I had a Bernina jacket. And they said, it looks like you drank the Kool-Aid. And I said, yes, give me some more Kool-Aid. I'll take it. So I'm happy that we're carrying Berninas again now. The 990 is a fabulous machine. It's one of the machines we're having at our spring event. And speaking of the spring event, it is in our bubble right now. So if you have not signed up for our spring event, I encourage you to do so. It's a great 2 days. We have openings the first session, the 14th, 15th. That's Tuesday, Wednesday. And the last session, Monday, Tuesday, April 20th and 21st, it's before the NFL draft here in Pittsburgh. So you get in here before the draft because I'm sure when that draft comes, things are going to be crazy here in Pittsburgh. But some of the projects that we're working on is we're gonna have a classroom full of these 990s. So you're gonna have a chance to sit in front of it and sew on it. We're gonna do pinpoint placement with the Bernina. This was a little sample that I had done up on the Bernina with pinpoint placement. I just drew chalk lines on here. I kind of rubbed them out now, but it's just pinpoint placement of placing the design in 4 points, and then the design just drops right in that area. Same here with like some sashings, these longer borders here too. You just do it in sections. So you do like this much at one time, and then do this much at one time. So that's something neat with the Bernina that you're able to do custom quilting on the Bernina like this as well. And then the projects that we have coming up for you guys, I think are really great. This is one of the projects you'll make in class. You're going to learn pinpoint placement. You're going to make this pillow. Little Deb and I are teaching in the Bernina class. So the events that we've had recently with us here, I haven't had a chance to teach. This time I'm going to be teaching in a class, so you'll get to take a class off of me and Deb. Tiffany's teaching this tote class. So this is all done on a Bernina serger. The new Bernina L890 is Bernina's top serger, and you'll get a chance to make a tote like this. And there's 2 other classrooms with projects that you'll get to do too. So sign up for our spring event. You will love coming and visiting us. So we look forward to that. Another thing going on is that we are partnering with the Washington County 4-H group. So the 4-H, I don't know, they're like, is it like agricultural, like farming, farm animals, like stuff like that? So good kids, and you know, of course they're we want all the kids to be turned into sewers, right? So we are hosting a sewing clinic down in Washington County Fairgrounds for about 40 to 50 kids. So I talked to the people who kind of run their program down there, Corey, and I think her name's Sheila Ray. Corey and Sheila Ray. We picked a date, May 30th. It's a Saturday from 10 to 2 as we're hosting the sewing clinic. So we got a lot of you guys to pick up one of these slots. What's in the bubble right now for the $20 is support a sewer, support a kid sewer. What I wanted to do was I didn't want there to be any cost to the families or to the into the kids or anything to come to the sewing clinic. I wanted it to be free for them. Plus, like, you want people to come, you got to feed people, right? Like, people like food. I like food. We all like food. So if you feed them, they may come. So we're gonna have pizza and snacks, refreshments. I want to give them a little gift. They're gonna make a pillowcase, one of those burrito style pillowcases. I thought that was an easy project for them to get done. They can learn how to sew straight seams. We're gonna take 15 to 20 of our like entry level machines. We have brand new ones in the box that we're gonna open up for that event. I'd love to raffle one off maybe, depending on how much support we get. So if you're willing, if you're able, and you want to donate $20 to the kids in the 4-H, grab that in the bubble now, and you can help support a sewer that way. And this, we're going to continue this on. So if we go above and beyond the donations of what we have, we'll just carry that over to the next session of the sewing with them. I think we're going to try to maybe do it quarterly with them or something like that. That might be good. In the Washington County is just the county right below us. Believe it or not, the Washington County Fairgrounds, I am the quilt show judge, believe it or not. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But I am. I'm the quilt show judge. So if you put a quilt in, you gotta buddy up to me. No, I'm kidding. They hide all the names, so I don't know who you are when you submit your quilts. But it's a really nice community down there. And we want to support them. So I think it's a great opportunity for us to do that. And this is the first time working with them, so I think it's really great. They're really excited about our partnership, and I know we are too. So, and then look at this little thing. This is the Baby Lock Nano bag. So it's just, honestly, it's only about this big. It's really small, and it's this little accessory bag that. They're on their way here. I just got a notification. I couldn't wait to show you guys. That's why I just have a picture of it. But it's a little clip with a little zipper, Baby Lock logo embroidered on. You could put like USB drives in there. You could clip it onto your purse. You could clip it onto your luggage. You could put like a pack of rotary blades in there, stuff like that. So it's just a little miniature version of their big trolley for the embroidery arm case. So I thought that was a lot of fun. So we're getting these in. So we're going to, you can get yours on order now. And as soon as they come in, we'll get those out to you and stuff. So that's a fun one. Yesterday, you guys saw a lot of me yesterday. I did the morning show and the afternoon show. So this was yesterday's project. We didn't get to finish sewing it. This was done in IQ Designer or My Design Center on the Radiance or Avenir. You could do this on the Solaris, Luminaire, Stellaire, Altair, Meridian, any of those ones that have IQ Designer or My Design Center. This little bunny. So the only part we brought in was this bunny shape, and then everything else was a built-in shape. So we put micro stippling here. We used that Bozo to get that puffiness around there. But I thought it was just a fun, easy, cute project. And I see people already had it done and posted it. I love that. So thank you guys for following along and kind of doing these projects that we show you guys. So we love teaching you guys all that you can do with your machines. There's so much you can do, and we love being able to bring this to you. So thank you for continuing to watch us and support us. So that was yesterday's lesson, but I just wanted to show you guys. So, and then what else do we have here? We got so today on the Bernina 990. Now Bernina has stitch regulation built in. Their stitch regulation for free motion quilting has been very popular with their foot, and that's what this looks like right here. It's a little tin. Oh, here it is. So this Bernina stitch regular foot has been out for a while. This one attaches to the machine and it plugs in to the back, and it allows stitch regulation for you to do free motion quilting. So this foot's been around for a while, and people love it for the free motion quilting. I will tell you, free motion quilting, Yes, Gene, I saw your project. It was so great. So thanks for stitching that out so fast. That's wonderful. It makes me feel good when people can do it. So um, the that's what's been around for a while to do free motion quoting from the top. Now, I'm not good at free motion quoting. It takes practice. There's a learning curve. You gotta keep practicing to get good at it. The Bernina 990 is the only machine in their lineup that has the stitch regulator built in from below. So there's a sensor that's down in the bobbin area that reads the movement of the fabric, and you're able to do ruler work. Now, have you guys ever done ruler work? Ruler work is using these thick templates. These are like a 1/4 inch thick. They aren't the ones that you cut with fabric with. These ones are thicker because you need thicker ones when you go to do this kind of work. So they're like thicker ones like this. There's thicker ones like this that are different shapes that you can do ruler work with. Um, some samples of some ruler work. I printed these offline for you guys to see, but these are like, come over to this one here first and see this one. So these are some like ideas of what you can do with ruler work. Uh, so straight lines, circles, curves, things like that. So it's like kind of precise quilting done with ruler work. Here's like another sample. This one's a little harder to see on here. Uh, the way it printed didn't come out, but it's basically this one here, just on a quilt there, done like that. So we're going to look at some ruler work today on the Bernina. So um, this was something I was playing with, just doing some straight line quilting with the Bernina on a block like this. So that was something I did, and then here's some other stuff I was playing with today. So just some cathedral windows here. I started that. Some curves like this. Some diamonds up here. There's a feather template I used to do these feathers here. There's a technique. So we're gonna work on some of this today on our Bernina 990. With it being one of the machines that we have at the event, we have a nice bundle coming with it too. So you have a bunch of rulers with shapes and curves, yeah. And as long as they're those thick rulers, if they're the thin ones that you cut fabric with, those aren't the ones. It's the thicker ones. It's like 3/16 of an inch, 1/4 inch. I like the 1/4 inch ones. This one's a 1/4 inch. This one's one of my favorite rulers because you're able to use it this way. And we just put it in the bubble. And I'm going to use this one today to show you some techniques with this ruler work back here. So what else? I think we might as well, let's just get started. Can we just get started on the machine? Let's do that. So we'll go back and I'll show you how we kind of get things set up to do ruler work and stuff on our Bernina 990. Oh, that's right. I was telling you about the event bundle. So the event bundle, if you come to our event, and even if you don't come to our event, if you just, we're having this event special and this is one of the things that's going to come with the Bernina 990, this bundle pack here. So let's see what's all in here. I haven't even opened this yet. Let's see what's in here. Oh wow, look at all this stuff. So in the you're gonna get some like a nice thread pack here that looks like Aurifil thread, a case for your embroidery or for your USB drives, some embroidery thread, lots of stabilizer, OESD quilting designs that work on this machine. So Steve, do you like the Bernina 990 or the Radiance? Oh my gosh, that's a good question. I like them both. I want them both. They're two kind of totally different machines. Not totally different. They both do sewing, and they both do quilting and stuff like that. But there's some features that the Radiance has that the Bernina doesn't, and vice versa. There's some features that the Bernina has that one has that the other one doesn't. So if you're interested, Jacqueline Weaver, I don't know where you're from, but if you wanted to schedule like a demo with us, even if you're not local, we could kind of do it over the phone, something like that, to show you the difference between the two. But they're both great machines. I love them both, so I'd have to have one of both, to be honest. So Louise, I see you just joined in. Louise is one of our people from Washington County. It's May 30th. May 30th, Louise, is when we're doing the Washington County 4-H sewing clinic from 10 to 2. So spread the word. Be the town crier. Let everyone know. Oh, you're coming to the summer event. Perfect. We can sit down, Jacqueline. We can look at them both for sure. Or we can talk ahead of time and stuff like that too. So that's I'm glad you're coming to the summer event. You're gonna have a lot of fun. So let's head over to the machine and let's take a look at how we do some ruler work quilting on our Bernina. So the foot that I'm using is the 72S foot. So the nice thing about the Bernina feet is they're full shank feet. This one has a collar that you're able to slide the rulers along, and you can get the whole way around the foot with this. And it is adjustable. There's this little wheel that you can turn to lower and raise the foot based on the height that you want it. But this is the 72S foot. Oh, right there. 72S foot that we're using on the machine today. So let's put that back on. And then the stitch plate down here that we're using, right in the front of it, there's a hole. And this is the stitch plate you switch to be able to, does the Bernina embroidery? It sure does. Yeah, it sure does do embroidery as well. You can do quilting with the machine and embroidery. So all those embroidery features are on there as well. But this hole in front of the stitch plate allows you to have that sensor be read for the quilting. So these stitch plates, you just press here in the corner, and they just come off in one piece like this. So there's one that's for regular sewing, and this happens to be the one for the stitch regulation from below the machine. So on the screen here, this is the home screen here. So there's embroidery, there's sewing, and there's stitch regulation. So this BSR, our Bernina Integrated Stitch Regulator. So I'm going to tap there, and we're going to go into the stitch regulation mode. Along the side here, you tell it which foot you have on. So I tell it I have the 72 on. So that's what I select here, is a 72. And there's a couple different modes for stitch regulation. I like BSR2. BSR2 means that the machine will not stitch unless the fabric is being moved. And that's what I really want when you're doing ruler work. It's kind of really precise work. So you don't want the machine to be stitching unless you're moving the fabric. So we're going to leave it there. And we are going to look at some different techniques here. Oh, that's what I went to go get, is adding machine tape. There's a trick with adding machine tape that I want to show you guys, but we'll come to that. We'll talk about that later here. So the Bernina also has this laser drop point that I'm going to turn on. It's a really, really precise, fine laser drop point that shows you exactly where your ruler is going to fall into place. So how this kind of works is I'm just going to turn my fabric this way. And the first technique we're going to do with this, with our Quilter Select ruler here, is we're going to do diamonds. Okay, and I'm going to use a certain angled line here for the diamonds. And then when you're dueling these ruler works, I'm going to say this a couple times, the ruler's not the stitching line. That's something you got to remember, that when you're working with these rulers, the ruler is not the stitching line. The stitching line is about 1/4 inch away from where the ruler is. So you just have to keep that in mind when you're lining things up and doing this ruler work. But the ruler is not the stitching line, okay? It is 1/4 inch away, because from the center of the needle to the edge of the foot is 1/4 inch. So to get started here, I'm gonna put my laser drop point on just on the line where I want to start. You know what, we're gonna start up here. On the line where I want to start, and then I'm just gonna drop my needle down. Just to hold everything in place. So that's where That's where I know I want to start. You first line up the needle with the starting point of where you want to start quilting, and then you take your ruler and you butt it up against the foot so that you can follow that stitch line. So I've just taken one of these angled lines and I've put that on this straight line that runs here, and then we're just gonna do some quilting here. So I also have the knee bar in place here, and the knee bar allows you to lower and raise the foot. You don't even have to show them the knee bar. I can just show them like how I lower and raise the foot. So when I slide my knee, it's just when you slide this lever here, it raises and lowers the foot. I like that in when you're doing this. It just helps you turn the fabric. So we're going to start with on this line here, and we're just going to do some diamonds. So the goal is that you just keep the ruler up against the foot and it moves the fabric. These rulers that have this grippy on the back, these Quarter Select, are phenomenal for holding the fabric down. And then I'm just going to hit the kickstart button and I'm going to tap on the rear of the pedal, and it's going to move. And then once you start moving, the machine just sews and picks up that movement from below. Every time you stop to reposition the ruler, you want to go ahead and turn the machine, like turn the stitch regulator off so that you aren't stitching when you shouldn't. So we'll just go this way with it and go down this way. We're just going to keep turning this ruler here, and we're just going to make diamonds. Now, let's see here. Oh, I'm noticing something that makes sound a little different, and I'm looking up here at our thread. It just got caught around our spool thread there, so that's what was going on. So I'm just going to fix that, and we'll try here again. So we'll get back in here. There we go. Stop there. Switch that ruler around to the other side. Put that line there. I really like ruler work. I find it relaxing to do the ruler work like this. And then having the stitch regulator from below it just makes your stitches really consistent when you're doing this. You can really see well inside that foot when you're working with this one. Put that there. Keep going here. I think I can do one more here. I'm going to stop there, put my threads, and we just did just some up downs with that. Now I'm going to go back in and we're going to make it into diamonds. So I did like triangles there, and we're going to go in and make it diamonds here. So I'm going to match up directly above where where you started here. You want to match that directly above and drop your needle down in that spot. So I'm going to do that and drop my needle down, and then we're just going to go back and we're going to go the other way this time, and we're just going to follow that ruler again on this line here. Stop the machine there. It stops the needle down for you. Switch that ruler, and you're just going to keep going here with this. Has anyone else done ruler work at home? I know you can do ruler work on a long arm quilting machine. To do it on a regular domestic sewing machine, you really have to be able to control the stitch length to get the stitches, like your stitch length right. With the Bernina, the guesswork is kind of done for you because it picks up the movement of your fabric, and you don't have to. Go this way with it. Go this way. There's one. Stop there. Let's see how we did. So let's see. I'm going to come up here. We'll show them up here what we did. So I started out good, and then I must have lost my place where I was going, because I got diamonds going here, and then I started. It looks like I got off a little bit, but still kind of a neat design how it showed up here with this. So that's one technique. I was going for this look up here with this one. I tried a different angle line, and but those are some diamonds you can do with that straight stitch. But you get really perfectly straight lines with this. The next one I'm going to do is we're going to use the curve shape. And we're going to go around this curve shape. And we're going to go across this way, and then we'll come back that way, and I'll show you a different technique. Bernina has a really nice ruler set. We just threw it in the bubble. So if you have the 990 and you want to start kind of doing this ruler work, the 72 foot and then in these rulers are really helpful to do it. But let's try the circle technique here. So I'm going to line the needle drop point up with where I want to start. I'm going to drop the needle down. And then we're going to butt your ruler up against where you want to start. And then I turn the kickstart on, and I'm going to press the back of the heel, and then we're just going to start stitching around here. We'll stop there. So you stop needle down, take your ruler, slide it to your next spot here, and then just turn the machine back on. And continue on around here. Stop there. Move that ruler to the next spot. I'll do one more arc here. We'll stop there. I'm going to go ahead and clip our threads. So we did 3 arches like that. We're going to come across the top here, and we're going to do the same thing, and you'll get like a neat kind of look here. So we're going to line this up. This one. Let's make sure it goes down in the same spot there.
Do these rulers work with the Celeste?
So the Celeste doesn't have a ruler foot. When you're working with it doesn't have the ruler foot just yet. I'm not sure if they're coming out with a ruler foot. So right now, no. These rulers will not work with the Celeste with the stitch regulator. You could do it without stitch regulation, but the Celeste has that new stitch regulator. But I'm not sure if they're coming out with that or not. So right now, no, it doesn't. You can't use these rulers with like I'm doing with the Celeste with the stitch regulator. So we're going to come around the other side here. I'm going to stop there.
Is there a trick to getting the fabric to move with the ruler?
Is there a trick to getting the fabric to move with the ruler? It's sort of just practice. You got to keep enough pressure down on the ruler so that it stays on the fabric. These rulers have the grippiness on the back of them. I have these little grip dots that we'll try to see if they're in the lineup, that you can put on the back of the rulers to help to keep that ruler sticky on the fabric. But you got to keep enough pressure down on the ruler to keep the fabric moving. It's good to have two hands on it, and you need to keep the ruler pressed up against the ruler, or the ruler pressed up against the foot too. And it's really just, you aren't going to be perfect at it when you first start. It just takes a little bit of practice to get the motion down and stuff like that. So when I'm doing it, I'm going to turn the stitch regulator on, and I'm just holding down on that ruler, and I'm just pushing the ruler against. We'll stop there. Move that ruler again, and you're going to come around this other side. The other thing is that when you are working with these, like here's, do you see that pattern there? So you can kind of see that that pattern that goes like that. I think that's a pretty pattern, and it's just looping up and down like that. So that's a neat one. Yeah, lots of practice it takes. So I like that technique there for doing this. Let's clip our threads. Another one I like to do is if you have like these are just 3-inch borders that I've drawn on the fabric here. So we'll go over to where we want to start. Maybe we'll go this way with it. So with this circle ruler, I'm just going to start up here. So I'm going to get the fabrics in position with where I want the needle to drop down. So we're going to start with that on the line here. And we'll drop our needle down. And then you take your ruler and butt it up against where we're working. So I'm going to start right there. And then I'm going to stop on the line. I'm going to take that ruler, I'm going to just drop it down a little bit so that it's below that arc that we just did. And then I'm going to start it up here again and just follow that. I'm going to stop there. You're going to take that ruler again, you're just going to drop it down a little bit. Now you got to walk the machine over to the ruler. So I'm going to turn the machine stitch regulator on. You're going to walk the machine till it butts up against the ruler. Now you're going to follow the ruler around till it stops there. Stop. Drop that ruler down a little bit more. You're going to walk the foot back over to the ruler. So you're going to follow that straight line. Just go left to that ruler and then just come across that way. And then stop there. And then to get back over to the other side where we're going to go, we're going to do one more little arc. So we're going to walk the machine over to the ruler and then follow that ruler around. We're going to stop there. So we want to walk the needle over to where this point is where we stop stitching. So to do that, I'm going to grab our straight rulers just to help us. And then we're going to turn the stitch regulator on, walk it over to you're at that point where the arc stopped on this right side. And then you're going to take your circle one and you're going to bring that up. And then you're just going to follow that around. Stop there. The needle goes down. Drop that ruler down some. And then you're going to follow that back around. Stop the machine there, drop that ruler down. You're going to walk the machine over so it's matched up to that ruler and then continue on again. And then stop there, drop that ruler down again. Walk over till you hit the ruler and hop over that way. I'm going to drop that down again. Walk over to the ruler. Just continue on. And that's those kind of patterns there. Are there degree markings on the circular ruler? So there's a multiple different rulers. This is like a concentric circle ruler. Sometimes I like a full circle because you got better control than just this little piece here when you're working with it. So I kind of like a full circle too when you're with this. But there are a bunch of different rulers, and I've got a bunch of rulers on order to bring them in to show you guys if you're interested in starting to get this ruler work. So that's just a technique going back and forth that way. Now I like if you have a 9-patch is like a common patch that or a quilt block that you work with when you're quilting and things. And I like the cathedral window look, and you can do an entire 9-patch to make it look like cathedral windows without stopping. You can go the whole way through. So let's do this 9-patch here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start in this upper corner up here, and we're gonna drop the needle down into that corner because that's where we want to start sewing. And then we're going to take, this is like it's got a curve, it's got a straight edge, and then it's got this triangle on this side too to help you. But with this one, we're going to use that curve to help us. Now, if you put that curve on this other side right up against the other point here, you're gonna be off. You want the ruler to be a 1/4 inch away from where you want your needle to land. So I'm just eyeballing it about a 1/4 inch away, and then we're just gonna go ahead and turn our stitch regulator on, and we're gonna follow that around. And the machine landed right on that point there. So to do the 9-patch here, you're gonna go down, out, back in, down, out, back in, down, out, and then you're just gonna come up this side. So we're gonna do that here. So we have our ruler matched up there. We're gonna 1/4 inch away from where we want it to land. We'll just go around to this side. Stop there. We're gonna reposition that ruler to go this way. Stop there. Reposition your ruler again. Looks like we need to rethread. Let's do that. We'll pull that out for 1 second. Let's see what's going on with our thread here. So it just says check upper thread. So I'm going to hit that, and we'll just rethread this guy here. So we'll go under. And I'm going to check the bobbin too, just in case. Let's check our bobbin here too. Okay, bobbin looks good. Get that reset here. Put that back in. So it's a front-loading bobbin, so you don't have to take your project off if you're embroidering with this bobbin case. Now, just close that door up and let's get reset here. So we're going to put the needle where we want it to start. So I did that, and I'm going to do a needle down, and then turn our kickstart on, and we will try again here. So let's go across. Stop there. We're going to go out. Stop there. We're going to go back in. Stop there. We're going to go down. And then we're going to go out again. And then we're going to just go all the way up to the top here. Stop there, reposition your ruler. Stop there, reposition the ruler. Stop there. Do we see the cathedral window starting to form there? Yeah, we do. So maybe I'll just do a couple more, and then we'll maybe move on to a different technique. So we're just going to come down. Stop there, go out. Stop there. Come back in. Stop. And come down. Out. Back in. Down. Stop there. And then we'll go over to this side. And then we're going to come up. Oh, I'm almost done. We'll keep going. Let's finish the whole thing, right? Let's just do it. So go up, stop there, move your ruler. Stop there, move your ruler. Stop there. Twist this. We're going to come down again. And then we'll go out. I think you can do it with one continuous stitch line. So let's go that way. Come down again. And then out. Back this way. And then stop there. We got a couple more to do. So we can come over this way. Turn this. And then we just got to go up. Stop there. Up again. Three more. Oh, really? Oh, that's good. That's good. It's like figure skating at the Olympics, right? You see them and they're like, oh my God, it looks so easy. They make it look so easy, and then you go to do it, and it's so. But this is not like figure skating. This is actually not that hard. So there's our cathedral windows. Isn't that cool? One continuous movement, and you get the cathedral windows. We losing power? No. Okay. So there's our cathedral windows. I like that technique. I think it's a fun one. Now this next one we're gonna do on this block here, it's called corner center, corner center, corner center, corner center. Because you start in the corner and you go to the center. So I'm gonna mark on here. I'm just gonna eyeball it. The like the halfway point. Between all of the blocks here. So this is like a 6-inch block, and I've marked the centers of the sides, and then we know where the corners are. So we're going to do corner center on this one. And I'm going to use my favorite ruler here, this one, and we're going to go into the corner. So we got our needle laser drop point right there on the corner. We're going to drop our needle down, and we're going to go corner, center, center, corner. Corner, center, center, corner. Okay, so we're in this side here, and we're going to go to this corner. So when you're doing this, you don't want to put your ruler right on that mark. You want it a 1/4 inch away, because remember, the ruler is not the stitching line. The ruler is not the stitching line. So we're going to go across this way. And we're going to stop there. So center to the corner. So we'll go from here to the corner. And remember, you don't put the ruler right on the corner, because the ruler is not the stitching line. Stop in that corner. We're going to go from this corner over to this center over here, 1/4 inch away from that mark. Stop on that center. We're going to do that center to this corner here. So we're going to line that up. You're going to put the ruler a 1/4 inch away from that corner mark. You're going to stop there. And we're going to go from that corner to this center over here. So 1/4 inch away. Stop there. From that center to this corner over here, 1/4 inch away. Stop there. Rotate that, and that's going to go from this corner to this center over here. Stop there. Go from that center to this corner over here. That's the last line. We're done.
Can we get more of those rulers?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. So there is a pattern there. So it looks more challenging than it is, but it's not that hard, because all you're doing is corner center, okay? So that's a fun technique. I have a feather tool now that we're going to look at. And I don't know, feather tool. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I have a feather tool that we're going to work at. We're going to look at here. So this is our feather tool here to do feathers. And this one, we're going to start. There's like a particular way to start it on the edge with curving the ruler up a certain way and getting it to start that way. I forget exactly how that works, so I'm just going to start the feathers this way. So we're going to start we're going to start on this side of the ruler over here. So I'm just going to drop my needle down. Let's see, we'll lower a foot. Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to drop my needle down here, and we're just going to follow this template around. So this template has like A, B, C, and D on it, and we're going to go past C, past B to A, and then back to B. I think how it works. So let's just try it. Let's see what happens here. So we're going to go around the ruler. Whoop. Try it again here. Okay. If you have to reposition, just turn the machine off, stop it. You can kind of rotate your fabric to get where you need to go, and then keep going. So we go to A, and then we're going to go back to B, and we're going to stop at B. Put your needle down, okay? And then you're going to take that template, and you're going to move it up so that the A mark intersects with the feather down here. And then you're going to butt that ruler up against the foot, and then just go around this way. To A, and then back to B. Stop there. Move that ruler up so that A intersects with the ruler. And there's a straight line on this ruler that you kind of put on your straight line there. And we're going to walk the ruler around again. To A, and then back to B. Stop there. Move that ruler up again. And then backtrack back up to B. Stop there. Move your ruler again. Stop there. Move that ruler again. That's why you always want to turn the machine off when you're kind of moving the ruler around. Stop there. Move that ruler again. How do my feathers look? Not too bad. There they are. There's some feathers. And I haven't figured out how to go down the other side yet. So, I guess you just go this way with it. Now, this ruler has this film on one side and not on the other. So, I won't go down the other side with this just yet. But let's go back up to the table here and let's kind of look at what we did with our ruler work. So, you guys still out there? Oh, good. So, so this is what we look what we accomplished today so far. So we did some diamonds up here. Let's try to do some diamonds, and then I got kind of off, but that looks still good. Like some ruler work that. I like this shape, so you just do shapes like this, and then you just go back the other way, and you get that kind of look there. This first you go back and forth that way. The cathedral windows, I think I like the way those look. This corner center, that's an easy one to do. And it looks more complicated than it is. And then there's our feathers with some feather work there. So that's sort of an intro to some ruler work. So I won't stitch anymore. I won't put you guys through watching anymore just like that. But I have fun doing it. I enjoy it. It's definitely more. I love embroidering. I love hitting the button and watching it go. But I also like getting my hands in there too, right? Getting your hands on the fabric and kind of sewing and doing it. So ruler work takes practice. When you have the right equipment, it makes things a lot easier. Having that stitch regulation from underneath the machine, you have nothing to worry about except hitting that heel button on the foot control, and then you just move the fabric along. And so if anybody wants to see more about ruler work, if you're local, want to come in and talk about it some more to look at this Bernina machine, I would love that. So we have a couple products to show you guys today. So the ruler foot that I used is this is the 72S. This is it here. It doesn't come with the machine, but it's an absolute must for doing ruler work. Now there's also another, I think it's 96 foot maybe for ruler work. I like this one because it's adjustable and it has a slot that you're able to get the thread through right there as well. But this one's nice because it's got that gold wheel on it right there that you can adjust it up and down. But this is the 72S. I really like that foot for doing ruler work. So that's our ruler work foot. Some of the rulers I used today, this one's a must. This is a 3x12. This one is that 1/4 inch. You need them to be that 1/4 inch. If they're, or I mean, yeah, 1/4 inch. If they're those thin ones that you use for cutting fabric, those are not the right rulers. They have to be thick, and you'll know they're thick. Now, quarter select, when you put the ruler on here, it literally does not move. When you move the fabric, it stays on there. Now, some other rulers, like this one, see how the ruler just moves? You can't like do anything with it. But this one, when you use these rulers, the fabric just stays with the ruler. When the ruler just moves like that, that's when you really have trouble with ruler work, because it's hard to keep everything together when you're moving. But when you have one that's like this quarter select, it's easy because the fabric just stays right with the ruler. So, and then we have, these dots, do these make it in the lineup? Okay, so these are ruler dots. You can use these for quilting, or you can use these for like what we did today, this ruler quilting, or you can use these on your regular rulers. So I'm going to open this pack up so we can just take a look at here and see how they work. So they're, you get 15 little dots here. There's big ones and little ones. So let's just peel this off here. Let's try. So I got the paper and everything to come with this. Might need a pin to help here get this backing off. There, it's coming, it's coming. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these ruler dots and I'm going to put it underneath here like that. We'll do a couple here. There, that one came right off. Ruler dot there. Let's do one more on this one. So I'm grabbing the whole thing. There's a smaller dot inside that you could separate too. So I put 3 on there, and it's not quite as thick as I expected. It's a little better. So maybe you got to add some more. Maybe if I added some more to this ruler, it would work. This isn't even the right ruler that you would use, but if you have other like the thicker rulers that it's just too it's not holding the fabric for. Let's add a couple more. See if we can get it to really stick for us. I got another one. We'll put another one here. It's better. I put more on there, so it's getting better that way. But these, I'm telling you what, these quarter select. I have some other ones coming. They just hold the fabric so well. But the dots are nice too, to help you that they don't, your ruler won't slip. There's some other shapes of these like quarter select ones that have curves and stuff like that. I got them on the way here. So as soon as they come in, I'll be showing you more about these rulers. But they're these are really nice to work with. So when you are working with free motion quilting and not necessarily just ruler work, there's some other tools that are helpful to use. So the gloves are great too. These can really help. You can even use these while you're doing the ruler work. I meant to do that. I meant to put these on. So they come in 2 different sizes. Is there a drop down for the different sizes on there? I bet there is. Okay, there is. Come in 2 different sizes. So like here's a chart on the back. Like when I put my hand down, I'm a medium large for my hand. And then there's a, Sophia, what size are you?
Probably large.
Let's see.
Oh, medium.
She's like a,
okay, skinny.
So Sophia's like a small medium, and that's what we have. Small medium and then medium large. These are the most 2 popular sizes. But they're just really nice gloves to work with. They're like gardening gloves, but soft, flexible grip tips. They're breathable, they fit, and they just help keep your fingers on the fabric when you're doing stuff like this. So I like to use these when I'm working too. Our friends at Gypsy Quitter, they have their brand too. So these ones have the rubber grips. These are one size fits most. And these are hold steady machine quilting gloves. So these are helpful too because you can kind of keep a grip on your fabric as well. So I like the machingers, the gloves. Those are great to work with. Another are these quilting discs. So these quilting discs, how these work is you take the pad. Does it say which side to go down? I think this side. So when you're working with this and you want to do free motion quilting, you can hold that ruler. Oh my gosh, you could use that as a ruler too. I bet you could. I bet you could. I'm gonna try it. Let's look real quick. Maybe this might not be what you're supposed to do. This I might get in trouble here, but let's see. Let's take a look. So I'm going to drop the needle down where I want it to start. I'm going to take this. Oh, you know what? It's too thick. I feel like it's too thick to go around the whole way because you can't get it underneath the ruler in certain spots. But I bet it would work for some things. It's too thick. Sorry, too thick. I was hoping you could use them as rulers to stitch around, but they're just a little too thick. But what you can do is when you hold it down, you can keep your fingers here, and they really move the fabric around for you that way. And it keeps your fingers off the fabric, keeps your fingers safe. So it comes in 2 different sizes when you're working with them, and you can kind of move the fabric around that way with it. So these are quilting discs. And then another one I like is this fabric glide. So this one, it's these keep your hands safe too. It comes in 2 different sizes. So these give you these rings that you can use, and you hold it here, and then you just kind of do your quilting that way. So let's show this. Let's show this one over here. On this one. All right, so I'm going to start up here, drop my needle down. Oops. Yep, camera's dead. Oh, okay. We won't show it. Or we've been using that camera a lot today. It looks like it died, and so we will try it. We'll show these, but these just work like this. So when you hold the fabric, you can move the fabric around, and then you can free motion quilt and keep your hands up here while you do it, and you stop, and you can kind of reposition and move the fabric around when you're free motion quilting. So these are nice to have. They come in the 2 different sizes. So there's you get both sizes. I'm sorry, you get both sizes in one package. So they're just nice to have for when you're quilting as well. Oh, let's do the Bernina rulers. So Bernina has their own set of rulers here. So this one, this is the shape I like. I have this one coming in, or something like this coming in the other one, but this is a whole set. So you get this long one here for straight edge, you get the curved edge there, plus an angled concentric circles. So you get the ring of circles of all different sizes. This is great for different shapes. You got this shape, you got that shape up there, this one here, and you even have that notch down there to work with. And then this is like for waves, to create like waves and different things across the quilt. So this is a nice set of rulers too. So you'll get 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles on that side too for a nice set of rulers from Bernina. These are coming in too. I just ordered these, so I wanted to show you guys on the paper here first, but I'll get the actual rulers to show you what they look like. What else we got to show?
We have the other feet.
Oh, what about this one here? This book. Yeah. So this is Bernina's big machine. It's Tano, our sales rep. I'll have to call him right back. So he probably doesn't know we're doing a Bernina show. But in here, I saw that there was some quilting techniques with rulers in here too. So if you're looking for another resource, let's see if it's in here with this ruler work. Adjustable stipple. Ruler work tools, page 66. Let's see. Oh, so there's like the different rulers here. Well, that's it. That's it. Okay, I thought there was more techniques in here, but this is a nice book, just all about quilting on your Bernina machine. So for machine quilting, the big book. So these big books are nice to have too. Bernina bobbins. We're always looking for bobbins. So they come in 5-packs. So if you does Bernina have videos online for? They do. I just found some videos online. This whole quilting series here, like this sampler, this they have in video file on the website. I just found them today. But Bernina bobbins. So we have 5-packs of bobbins. So you get the 5-pack in this little case here, and then we also have it in the 25-pack. So full 25-pack of bobbins, and they're the big bobbins. But Bernina bobbins are big. So not as many bobbin changes. So those are nice to work with too as the Bernina. So I like the big case of the Bernina bobbins. Plus anything you order today, you get that 10% credit back as well. How do we get your Bernina sweatshirt? I'm gonna find out. I'll see if we can get Bernina sweatshirts in. We can sell too. So that'll be fun. I like the variegated thread when I'm doing quilting. This is the thread I was using today. Was this bright one here? But this gives you the 10 most popular here. So a bright one, you get a green one. I like this one. I use a lot for like fall colors and things like that. There's a nice purple one, another blue and green one. This one's got some primary colors in it. Some light neutrals there. Some pinks. I like this one's pretty. That would look pretty on this fabric too. And then just some blues too. So you get a nice selection. I use these top and bobbin when you're working with these, but it's just a nice variegated set of threads. So you get all 10 of them in this pack. But this bright one's a lot of fun. I like to use that. It looks really neat on black material too. All these would kind of stand out on black material. So these are the variegated medley of threads. Look at these. Okay, now these are really fun. Tapestry zipper bags. So this is a design that you can get from us. That's OESD, and they make these 3 designs. Look how fancy these are. These are really nice. So there's a center zip here, a top zip with that shape, and then this U shape there. These are a lot of fun. These are all done in the hoop. Fits 6x10 size hoop, and you can stitch these up. But these make great gifts for people. You could even try to put a monogram on the back. But you got a center zip, a top zip in that shape, and then this. And the stitching on them is just phenomenal. The way it looks here, I like that stitching. It's really pretty.
Before that, we use our linen bundle.
Okay, so we like linen a lot when we're working with things. So this is a linen bundle. So there are, how many different pieces? 5 half yards.
Yep.
So linen's always great to work with. It's got a nice weight to it. So there's like a metallic, it's got a silver metallic in there. There's this like denim-y blue with gold through it. There's this kind of like that color there. There's like an oatmeal. And then this other flax.
The fabrics may vary with every order, but it should be pretty neutral.
So you'll get a nice selection of linens like this that might be slightly different than what you see here, but you'll get a nice, like these neutral ones here. Because linens, I tell you what, we order them in, and you can't always get the linens. They're only available at certain times and things. How big are the bags? These bags are 7 by 5, 5 by 7, 8 by 5, 7 by 5. So 8 by 5, 7 by 5. So they're like 7 across this way, 5 that way for these little finished bags here. I'm glad you guys all want a Bernina sweatshirt. I'll ask Tano. Tano's our sales rep at Bernina, and I'll see if we can get these Bernina sweatshirts. But yeah, not 5 half yards. That gives you a good selection of different linens to work with. We like working with these linens. So. Okay. This foot we didn't use today, but it is my absolute favorite foot from Bernina. Bernina Sewing Mastery has great videos. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, Bernina, there's a lot of resources online and things. But this is the 57D foot. Now, when you're working with these feet with Bernina, anytime there's a D at the end of the number, that means it's available for the dual feed that drops down. So the dual feed is that extra walking foot that drops down from the top. So there's a cutout in the back, but this is your 1/4-inch piecing foot on the Bernina. And anytime the D is available, I just go ahead and get the D foot because you can drop that 1/4-inch down in the back. But this has the guide here for you to line your 1/4-inch up with. But the foot goes right on. And that's our 57D foot. Love this foot. Love, love, love this foot. I pieced together some quilts over the summer for some weddings that we had going on. And I just kept sewing right up against that guide. And I got a perfect 1/4-inch, and my quilts did together real nice. Rotary blades. Rotary blades. 45-inch is a standard size rotary cutter. These are titanium blades. They're that gold color. They're made in Japan, so anything that comes out of our Japanese factories as far as cutting is really really nice. But these fit all the cutters, and there's 50 in here, so no excuse for skip cutting when you're doing it. Put a new blade in, but there's a 50 pack here, so you can't beat that. Plus, you'll get that 10% credit back. I love these rotary blades. That's the only blades we use now are these gold ones. And then, we got some new pre-cuts. Look at these. So this is Chelsea's Garden. Chelsea Garden. And these colors look like they'd fit in my house. Yeah. So all the colors you see on the front here are kind of what's in here. So let's slide this back, see if we can take a look what's in here. So there's some dark blues. Oh, so it's a navy background. It goes navy, so it's not black. So some navy prints. These are real pretty. And then we go into some lighter blues. Go into some creams. You get that mustard color throughout these. There's some flowers, some more cream ones, and then that purpley mauvey color in here as well. So we got the charm pack in the bubble right now. So you'll get 42 pieces of the 5-inch squares. There's a ton of patterns out for charm packs, but that's one of the focus fabrics there. So that's our charm pack, and that's a pretty one. I like that fabric. Chelsea Garden. We also have it in the jelly roll. So if you want, this would make a pretty jelly roll rug. If you see the side here, you can kind of see all the colors that are in it. But this would make a pretty jelly roll rug. But you get 42 2.5-inch strips in the jelly roll. And then the layer cake. So this is 10-inch squares. So you get all those prints that are in the, oh, that's pretty. I like that. And I think we have yardage of this coming too, so we'll be able to share that with you. So we'll be showing this again, but some nice colors. This would go well in someone's house, I feel like. We're always looking for fabric that goes well in people's houses, and this is a nice fabric that would go well in people's houses, I feel like. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching us. We're going to go back to our rainy day here in Pittsburgh. We're going to get some more work done. What else? Tomorrow's Wednesday. We have a brother show at noon, and then our Kimberbell show at 3. Kathy, Kimberbella, and Mary Lou are doing our 3 o'clock show. John's going to be here for our brother show, so look forward to that. We thank you all so much for continuing to support us, tuning into what we're doing. If you want to support one of those 4-H kids, go ahead and grab that. You're making a difference, and you're investing in the future of sewing, making a difference in a kid's life, and we love that. So thank you again. We'll see you back tomorrow, and have a good evening. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.